Go find it on the profile. It's not popping up, of course, for the second time in a row. Closing my app. There we go. All right, here we are, week 3 predictions video. We've been steady strong, doing them every week. Going to stay on that. Joined by G's and Gabe. You know who they are. They have been on the previous videos this season already. Couple things to go over before we start the video. Make sure you go reread the rules. We've already had one suspension. Hopefully, we can avoid having more of those. Make sure you're up to date on anything. You have any questions about something, ask myself or one of the other commission team, and we will be able to clarify it for you. Make sure if you're the road team in the game of the week that you're streaming the game. If you cannot stream it because you've got bad internet or something like that, you need to attempt to do it, and then when it lags out, you need to let a commission know what's going on, and then you should be good to go. 1 second. What else? What am I missing? Oh, do your recruiting. Like Gabe said in our first video, like, stay on top of your recruiting. It's extremely important. This is not like Madden where you can just load up, play your game, and get off. Like, you need to make sure that you're bringing in probably at least 10 recruits a year and active in the transfer portal as well, so that you don't fuck your roster over completely. All that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into the predictions video. We'll be doing the players of the week, top 25, and then the games to predict, which a bunch of them have already started for the most part. A couple of them have already started for the most part. And also tonight at, I forget what time they said, either 9:30 or 10 or something like that, p.m. Eastern time, we're bringing BCL prime time back. So Chapo and Twan will be playing, and me and Gabe will have our own stream. You can either watch their quiet stream like you would normally, or you can watch me and Gabe's stream where we'll be commentating and color commentating the game like we used to before. We're not going to do this every week, but the goal is to do it once every 2 to 3 weeks at least. Every 2 to 3 in-game weeks. All that being said, let's get into it. All right, so we're going to start off with our Heisman watch. I wonder if it's changed at all. Oh, all right, it's completely different. So we've got halfback Tyree Walker from Cincinnati leads the way, followed by running back out of Charlotte, Donald Chaney. Running back out of Stanford, this is Tim's guy, Cedric Irvin.
My fault, guys.
Yeah. Running back out of LSU, Caden Durham, and only had 31 yards last week, so he must have had a real good first 2 weeks. And then, of course, Eli Holstein out of Pittsburgh.
Almost all running backs. Thank you.
Interesting to note for sure. Top 25, Texas remains number 1. Penn State, Ohio State, LSU, and Texas A&M round out your top 5. Michigan, Alabama, and Georgia also in your top 10. It looks like we have one, Clemson, Notre Dame, Oregon, Florida, BYU, Oklahoma. And so we have 15 teams, or 13 teams in our top 25. It's pretty good. Let's do these players of the week. So your national defensive player of the week is Dalen Everett, defensive back out of Georgia. Had 7 tackles, 2 interceptions, a pass breakup, and a touchdown in a 37-27 win over Boise State. And then your offensive player of the week nationally, Reginald Vick Jr., 7 catches, 112 yards, and 4 touchdowns out of Wake Forest in a 51-3 win over a South FCS team.
For the ACC offensive player of the week, Ryan Williams, Twan's Alabama Crimson Tide. He had only 5 receptions, but 124 yards and 2 receiving touchdowns in a 45-3 blowout win over Notre Dame. Jeez.
Oh, you did. Yeah, geez, your defense. Oh, well, we don't do defense for this one because he was a national player of the week, so it's all right.
Oh, okay.
Moving on to the Big 12.
Offensive player of the week for the Big 12 is Malik Sherrod. That's his Boise State running back there. He had 15 carries, 111 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. He also had 4 receptions for 29 yards on the air.
And defensive player of the week for the Big 12, Darren Johnson, 10 tackles, 2 4 losses, 1 interception, and a pass breakup, and he also got in the end zone.
Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week. Jonte Cook II from Syracuse, wide receiver who had 4 receptions, 159 yards, and 3 touchdowns over a blowout win over Tulane.
And Defensive Player of the Week for the Big Ten is Zachy Wheatley, 5 tackles, 1 interception, and he took that to the house in a 28-11 win over Moore.
SEC Offensive Player of the Week, Taylon Green from Drops, Arkansas Razorbacks. His quarterback threw for almost 300 yards there, 295 exactly, 5 passing touchdowns, and also took one in on the ground with 40 rush yards to go on top of the passing yards. Yeah, it's a pretty good day for him over at 58-22 blowout win.
You just got super quiet, Gabe. I don't know what's going with your mic, but I heard everything you said, and then it sounded like you were whispering right after.
Yeah.
But I heard what you said about the 40. Yeah, go ahead. Jeez.
And Defensive Player of the Week for SEC is Isaac Smith, 5 tackles, 1 interception, 3 pass breakups, and he took the interception to the house in a 35-19 win over Tennessee.
All right, good stuff. That is our Players of the Week. Let's get into these predictions. Starting off with the ACC. Well, we'll start off with we'll save our game for last. So, starting off with our College Game Day Big Cap League primetime event. 8th ranked Alabama at 1-1. The Tide rolling into Ann Arbor to play the 6th ranked Michigan Wolverines at 1-0. This is Twan playing at Chapo. We'll do Gabe, G's, myself, that order.
So this is a big game. Obviously, this is the reason why we're going to be streaming it. Twan found his stride last week with a big win. Chapo's only played 1 game so far, but he's looked to have a pretty good stream going in. In Ann Arbor, about one of the toughest places to play. Gonna be a tough. Twan's got to get off to a fast start on this one. It's gonna be a really good game. I think it's gonna be low scoring, a lot of running the ball, especially on the Michigan side, I think, and a lot of defense. Very good defensive users on both sides.
Go.
I think this will be a 20-17 game. I'm gonna take Michigan in this one. Just because he's at home, I think it's gonna rattle Twan early in the. Job's gonna be able to jump ahead early. I don't know if Twan's gonna be able to rally back in the end, but I think it's really going to be a really good game.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting game. I can't wait to see it myself. Yeah, I think Michigan being at home is going to be major. I think in the 4th quarter, that's when it's going to really show up. He'll win. I think Michigan will win 24-20.
See, I guess a little bit of a hot take here. I don't think this game's going to be close. Twan struggled on the road playing LP. Couldn't stop the run. We know that Chapo is going to run the ball. The home field advantage really seemed to get to Twan with his adjustments and things like that. And the home field advantage will be even tougher in this one. Better user as well. I think this is one where Chapo kind of jumps on Twan early and just kind of never gives it back up. So I'll say Michigan wins it 31-17. Comfortably. Next, 5th ranked Texas A&M at 2-0. The Aggies traveling into Auburn to play the Tigers at 0-2. This is JJ playing at Peso.
This game is already going right now. I think I just checked. I think JJ was winning pretty comfortably. It's currently 45-24. And 2 minutes left in the 4th. So yeah, this game's over.
Okay.
I would have picked JJ to win anyway. Probably by a closer margin, but I would have picked JJ to win anyway. So
I think we all would have probably the way Peso's been playing. He's not off to a good start. I don't know who he's got next week. He's on a bye, thankfully. I'm sure he wants to regather this team before he plays Auburn in Baylor in a couple weeks.
yeah.
Next big time game here, 11th ranked Clemson Tigers at 1-1, and E-Fly traveling on the road to Austin to play the number 1 ranked Texas Longhorns at 1-0. And Mike, E-Fly has yet to play a game. He's had 2 fair sims, but Mike hasn't played a game since week 0. So both of them probably a little rusty at this point heading into this one.
This one's pretty easy for me. Not that it's E-Fly not having played a game yet in here is a big deal. And he has to start on the road at Texas. Another high energy, very hard to play stadium. I think it'll be close at first. I think E-Fly will run the ball and get a couple stops early, but I think Mike will find the rhythm, kind of like he did in his Oregon game, and I think he'll pull away at the end. So I'm predicting a 31-17 game here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Texas at home. E-Fly not playing, and then his first game on the road, like you said. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm gonna say 35-17 Texas.
Mike did not impress me in his win over Oregon. It was on the road, though, and Oregon's got a good roster. Being that E-Fly hasn't played a game yet, it's on the road, the number 1 team in the nation, going to be real tough. As much as I need E-Fly to win this week because of visits and things like that, I am going to pick Texas to win this one 28-17. Next, kind of sneaky good matchup here. Florida State Seminoles at 1-1, traveling on the road to Pasadena in the Rose Bowl to play the 1-1 UCLA Bruins. This is LP playing at Sam.
Who was the Baylor user he lost to?
Eric, who smacked somebody last game.
Yeah, it was LP.
Yeah, it was
no,
LP.
no.
No, it was LP. You're right. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking who Baylor was. I know that's what I was looking at. See, like, so LP's weird right now. He beat Twan at home, but then he went to Baylor and got smacked around. He's now going back on the road against Sam, right?
Yes.
So, and Sam's like a very comparable user with, I think, a better team. So this is actually a lot hard. If LP had handled business against Baylor, this would have been an easy pick, but that was a really hard one. The rosters they kind of match up. Sam's 1-on-1. He's looked okay. I'm gonna take LP here.
Thank you.
He's the more experienced user. Are you saying thank you to me?
No, I was saying thank you to someone else.
Okay. He's more experienced user. I know he knows how to use defense. I think he'll make the adjustments he learned from last game and apply them here. I think it'll be a very close game, a pretty good game. I have this being a 35-31 game. 35 to 31 game. Florida State on the road, being UCLA.
I'm gonna pick LP in this one. I think it's gonna be a real tight game. I'm gonna say 2017. I think it's gonna be a tight battle.
Yeah, I'm a little torn on this one. LP did not impress me in his last game on the road at Baylor, and I think that Sam is better than Eric. Sam got the Bear Sim last week, and then they both played Eric. Sam beat Eric week 1, and now he's at home, better team, better roster. Users are very comparable. I'm going to pick Sam in this one. I think he's going to win it. I think LP will bounce back a little. It won't be as ugly as last week was for sure, but give me UCLA to win this game 28-24 at home. Next, a game that both these teams desperately need. Somebody needs some momentum to go on. The 0-2 USC Trojans and Dave traveling on the road into Miami to play the 0-3 Miami Hurricanes. Both these two have, relatively good users with relatively good rosters, and it has been ugly to start this year. I don't even mean like close losses.
Both these guys have not impressed me at all. One of these guys are trying to find a stride. The other one in Miami talked a lot of shit before this year, just to be 0-3 going into week 3. So a lot to look at there. We won't get into specifics. Going into the game at hand, Rob's got the home field advantage. I've seen good flashes from Dave. I think he just can't finish these games. Only 3rd game in so far, so I think he's got a lot of room to improve. Rob, he should be better. I don't know if it's Carson Beck. I don't know what it is, but he should. There's no way he should be 0-3 right now. With that said, Uh, I for some reason, I'm just going off of pure feeling here. This just feels like a game that Dave is gonna win. I think he'll play good defense. Um, I don't know if that Miami Cup's gonna be as rowdy, being 0-3. I think some fans are already gonna start. It's gonna start looking more like the real life games. In that stadium. So I'm gonna take David this one. I think he plays solid defense. I think it's gonna be low scoring. I'm gonna take. I think it's gonna be a 21-10. Nah, I'll give Rob. I'll say 24-17. I think it's gonna be a little higher
Bless
scoring
you.
than that. So yeah, 24-17 USC. Dave to get his first win here on the road.
Two struggling teams looking to get their first victory. I think I'm just going to pick Rob at home, man. I think the home cooking is going to help him prevail. 28-24.
Yeah, I agree with G's here. Both teams have looked bad, but at least Rob has played. Yeah, he's been able to score some points in his games. He had two tough games and dropping deaths. Dave has been bad, real bad. He scored 6 points the first game and 3 points the second game. So the offense clearly is very bad right now. And on the road, that just won't be better here. Give me Miami to win this one, 28-14 over USC. Good news for everybody who's battling Georgia in recruiting. Dell is out of town until the 31st. So this will be Jack's fourth win. Moving on to the Big 12. Stanford and Tim at 1-1. Traveling on the road into Death Valley to play the fourth-ranked LSU Tigers at 2-0. Sam will have suspensions for his starting tight end, defensive player, and his quarterback for the first half of this game. So keep that in note as you make your pick.
Regardless of the suspension, I've liked what I've seen from Swish. Is it so far?
Yeah, Swish.
I like what I've seen from him so far. He's not the most flashiest guy, but he's handled business against the two solid matchups. Let's see, last time it was
Peso and Rob is who he's beaten.
Peso and Rob. So I mean, two solid users. I mean, Rob's on fraud watch, but I've liked what I've seen from him so far. With that said, I'm gonna take him. He's gonna be in LSU at home with Baton Rouge. Tim, I think this is another game where he keeps it close early and then Swish will pull away at the end. I got Swish winning this 31-21, 31-17. LSU to take the dub here.
Yeah, this is going to be a theme here. I'm going to go with the home team. He's playing pretty good. Tim's playing decent. I think home field is going to prevail here. 31-21, LSU.
Yeah, I like home field, better roster. Been impressed with Swish for this one to start off as well. Tim with the suspensions as well. I all LSU here. Let's go 34-14. LSU wins. Next, 19th ranked BYU Cougars at 1-1, and Dwayne traveling on the road to Boise to play the Boise State Broncos at 0-2. And G's.
G's 0-2. G's been disappointing me so far this year.
It's been bad.
Yeah, if I could have handled more, couldn't get it done. I don't even remember who the fuck
The Dell loss to me is worse than the Morgue loss.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can't. I mean, Georgia, good roster. I mean, I'm not as upset about that, but I mean,
I think it's more so how it happened.
Yeah, how it happened. Yeah, I agree. With that said, being home, you got OG versus OG Junior. I'm gonna take G's on this one. I think we're gonna see a lot of stupid shit throughout this game. But I think G's will I think he'll have a slight lead towards the end, and then he'll run the clock out against BYU. I got G's winning this 24-20 over BYU.
Man, I lost two tough games. I felt like I should have won. And like y'all know my stance on the EA thing. But I did make mistakes myself. About the Phillies, though, at home. Uh, Going against a slightly lesser team than the two teams went well, major slight as far as Georgia. Georgia is a very good team, but I think BYU come on the road, and he's not as good as usual as the other two. I think I'll be able to win at home. I'm gonna say 34-10.
I think it's a good momentum building game for G's. Focus on the fundamentals of this one, completing drives, not turning the ball over. I expect a couple dumb turnovers from both of them. I think G's will jump on Dwayne early, and some point in the second half, Dwayne will make it a little close. But I will take G's to win this one 34-21 at home. Next, this one has already completed. I think all of us would have probably picked Savon at home to win this game.
I don't know about that.
I don't know, just being that he was already warmed up. I mean, but Drop played perfect. He didn't have any turnovers. He won 48-31. Looked like he threw all over Savon. He's 16 of 19, 350 and 3 touchdowns. It's tough to beat.
Objectively, I was thinking about it just because of drop speed. Drop speed. I think I might have picked him in a very, very close game, but not. I wouldn't have picked him the way he actually won the game.
I would have picked Colorado.
Drop had 224 rushing yards to go on top of 348 passing yards.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't have predicted that, but I think I actually honestly would have picked Drop in a close game.
He might have scored. He might have scored every single drive. I'm looking at it. He did not punt the ball. He scored every single time he touched the ball. Yeah, Savon's defense has got to get some stuff figured out. Moving on all the way down to Oregon State at 1-1. Coach Rock and his Holy Soldiers travel on the road to Chapel Hill to play the 0-1 North Carolina Tar Heels, and Dan, he'll be playing his inaugural first game in the league in this matchup here.
Okay, so Rock's pretty solid. I don't know what to expect from Dan. I'm gonna go with Rock here. I think he's pretty. His offense is fairly decent. New guy's first game in here, and he's got some stuff to figure out. I'll say it's a kind of a close game. I'm just shooting in the dark here. I'm just gonna guess 27-17 Rock gets a win on the road here.
Alright, Rock versus Dan Man. These guys have had some battles. North Carolina is home. I think Rock is a little bit better. So I'm going to go Oregon State 30-24.
Yeah, I think Rock is going to be one of those type of users that we find in this league who's going to beat up on everybody that's not as good as him, but will struggle to beat people that are better than him. So this one feels like he should win. I'm not picking anybody in their first game in the league either. So I'll take Rock to win this one, and he won't win it close. It'll be 35-17 on the road over North Carolina. Moving on to the Big Ten here, we have 1-1 Wisconsin. The Badgers travel on the road to Norman to play the 21st ranked Oklahoma Sooners, and Coach Morg at 1-1. This is Delvin at Morg.
As much as I'd like to see another L on Oklahoma's loss column, I'm gonna go with Oklahoma in this one. Delvin had an impressive win week 1. He kind of tapered back to earth on week 2.
He got murdered at home by Freeway. It was bad.
Yeah, I said kind of, but I was trying to be nice. Yeah, I'm gonna take Morgan this one. For some reason, I feel like he's gonna keep it uncomfortably close for a while and then get roasted by us and then lock in and then finally win the game. So I'll have him win like 42-31. I'm gonna feel like some shit like that. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna have a Morg winning ultimately.
I don't think they're gonna score that many points, especially Wisconsin. I think we're gonna win 24-7 at home.
Both their offenses suck. Moore threw like 6 picks last week or something like that. He's lucky he's home, or I'd consider picking Delvin, to be honest with you. Let me go with Oklahoma to win this one, 27-14 over Wisconsin. Next, 0-1 Virginia Tech Hokies and Chap traveling on the road to New Orleans to play the 1-1 Tulane Green Wave and Henry.
Chap's only played one game.
Yes.
Hasn't Henry beat somebody?
No, Chap lost to Rock bad, and Tulane beat Tennessee.
Oh, so that's Chap. Okay. That's what I was thinking of. Give me Chap here. This is another shot in the dark. I don't really know who to pick here. There's a lot of different factors that can go either way. I'm just gonna pick Chap here. I think he finds a groove on his running, and I think Tulane's roster isn't gonna be enough to stop it. Come later in the game, we know how Chap plays, and I think it's gonna work out for him. I'm gonna take a very low scoring game, 14-10. Virginia Tech wins.
I'm gonna take the home team in here relatively comfortably. I think it's going to be 34-7 in this one.
Whew, that goes past comfortably.
Yeah.
I think Henry was impressive in his win over Jack. Jack wasn't great, but Henry played decently well. Chap was bad, real bad. I thought he was going to get shut out at one point in that game versus Rock. And people think I rag on Chap.
I'm thinking. I was just like for the Henry thing, I just think it was more Jack being bad, which is why I'm not looking into that too much. But
understandable. I mean, until proving otherwise, I think that Chap's probably 32 out of 32 in the league right now. So
yeah, even Delver got a great win.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for me to think otherwise until he proves it. So I'm going to go Henry with the win here, 24-14 at home. Let me make sure that's done in the SEC versus SEC. Okay, so finally, our final matchup. The 2-0 Mississippi State Bulldogs and myself traveling on the road into the swamp to play the 15th ranked Florida Gators at 1-1 and Gabe. Geez, we'll let you go first on this one, and then Gabe and me will do ours.
Yeah, y'all usually have some pretty good. It's another one I can't wait to see. Y'all usually have pretty good games.
Or you can catch it right after this, after a quick commercial break.
Okay, but man, home field is big, man. It really is. I think it's bigger this NCAA than last year's. And so I'm gonna give Gabe a slight edge. I think it's going to be 38-35.
As much as I can predict a blowout here, it's me and Jason, probably one of the most consistent rivalries in the league right now. I feel like Jason would have to agree with that.
Yeah, I think so.
I like the home field. Definitely gonna help me out. We know how that much affects them. I got the better roster. I really don't have any excuses not to win here. So keys to victory. Mostly this is just going back to JJ's game. I was in JJ's game for a long time. It was tied. I don't know if I was up at one point. I might have been.
You were up 14-7.
Yeah, I was. It was not a high scoring game when the game was in reach. I need to finish drives. That's what fucked me up versus JJ. I could have beat JJ if I just finished my drives. I need to bury down on defense, especially run defense, especially against Jason. I've been doing pretty good on the preventing the turnover parts. Lagway had like 2 really bad throws just coming out of his hand late in the game. But other than that, I didn't really have much turnovers in JJ, and I didn't have any of his Tim. So I just got to keep that up, and I should be able to win here. I'd say I give myself a 14-point win over Jason.
Well, the key to victory is to find out a way to delete the extender ability from the game. No, but I mean, you kind of said it yourself, you don't have any excuses on why you should lose. That being said, I still hold the standard for myself that I should be able to win this game. We played each other enough that we know how each other plays for the most part. It's going to be tough. I'm going to pick myself to win, of course. I'll go something close like 31-28 on a game-winning field goal or something. But I can't kick field goals, so it won't be that. 28-27 on a 2-point conversion. The keys to victory are, as always, don't turn the ball over. If we don't turn the ball over, you got a real good chance to win the game. Secondly, we'll be getting Gabe off the field in third and fourth down. Third down especially. I have always had a bad third down defense. I think I'm a little too conservative with it, so we'll see if we adjust from that. And then fourth is probably to make Gabe one-dimensional either way. Like, either make him where he's running the ball consistently and can't get into a groove passing, or make him where he's passing the ball consistently and he can't get into a groove running. Either one of those is going to have an opportunity here. But I think we'll pull it out on the road. All right, that is going to do it for our Week 3 predictions video. I appreciate everybody that is tuned in now or tuned in the future. Appreciate Gabe and G's, of course, for doing it as well. Make sure that you are streaming your games are supposed to be streamed. Go reread your rules and tune in for Big Cap League Prime Time tonight whenever Chapo plays Twan. Everybody have a